everybody, this is Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and I have a special project to share with you. And this I created using our limited edition Halloween kit. I love putting together our limited edition kits, and the Halloween one is always a favorite. It's always a favorite among our customers as well. In fact, we released this first to our subscribers and it's almost sold out. So if there are any left at the time that we release this video, make sure you grab one because they won't last long. And this month, this year, I think this is my favorite one to date. The artwork is adorable. The patterns are cute. We have a stamp set from Paislee Press that I adore, and then we made a die set that works with that. Just lots and lots of fun stuff in here. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to show you what I created with this. I also wanted to point out some of the add-ons that you can add with this, because we did wax beads. Like I said, we did a die set and we did a wax seal. You can get the kit as just the Halloween kit, or you can get it bundled with the sticker kit. So this is the sticker kit, and then everything else. It's a huge kit. There's tons and tons in here. So there's so much. You could do layouts with this. You could make cards with this. Invitations, like if you're having a Halloween party, you could literally make decorations with this. Lots and lots of fun. You could journal pages. It's so fun. So, but anyway, you can get the Halloween kit as a standalone, or you can get it with a bundle with the stickers. So what I wanted to do, because I'm on a big layering kick, is to show you an example of a pocket. Like if you made it a bunch of pockets and tucked everything in. I was kind of inspired by, in the kit, you get 2 of these black vellum stitched pockets. So you don't have to do any sewing. It's already done for you. But how cute is that? And I thought, all right, I want to kind of take that to the next level. What else can I do? And we have these great deco cards. Some of them will fit in there. I think that's cute. I tucked a little photograph in mine. So, but it comes with 2 of them. So you get those. So what I did is I took this beautiful cardstock and I started with, let's see, which one did I start with? I started with this one as my background. I then took, this page is a page from one of our notebooks, because I wanted a sheet that was a little more open so that I could decorate it how I wanted to. So this sheet is from our A5 notebook. The last page in the A5 notebook has a little Halloween theme, simply because it is meant, you can use each page in our notebooks as a day. So this would be the last day of October, which is Halloween. So we did a little nod to that, and Jamie added just a little bit of Halloween graphics and colors on it. So I cut that out and put that over top of this sheet. And then I cut a piece of this for at the bottom. So, and I think I made it a little bit thinner. I did. So it's a little bit thinner. So once I had these kind of the heights that I wanted, I just put some repositionable tape, held them down, and then I went and sewed them all together around the edge. And so now I have all of these fun little pockets that I can add things to. So I started with my little vellum pocket. I tucked that in, and I tucked my little photograph in there. And then I used one of the deco cards here and here. I used one of the sticky notes. Love that. And I tucked that back there, and I added another little photograph on top. And then I used some of the die cuts. There's the couple little ghosts and the bat. I tucked those in there and I'm like, okay, that's fun. And I love these acrylic printed, these are not stickers. They're just acrylic printed titles. You've got Spooky, Trick or Treat, there's Boo, Happy Halloween, and the 31st. And I attached one of the Trick or Treat ones just with my tiny attacher stapler. Just stapled that on. That's a good way, by the way, to attach these, is with a little stapler. You can use adhesive. You would just use adhesive kind of where you couldn't see it. Or if you use glue dots, those are pretty transparent. Those work pretty well too. And so then so I had kind of the basics on there of what I wanted. And then I started to kind of kick it up a little notch there and add some more layers. You get this huge roll of pet stickers. How fun is this? Now, one thing I wanted to point out on this, so you see these two little ghosts. So you have this little guy, the dog, isn't he cute? And then this little ghost. These little bat wings and the jack-o'-lantern. Those little bat wings you can add to either of the ghosts or the pumpkin. So you can layer those. I think that's really, really fun. You can always add them to a die cut as well. But I thought that was really, really kind of a neat little thing that you could do. So you could add the little bat wings to the ghosts or the little pumpkin. There's a fun little banner. I used that one on here. I used Love the Spiders. So I used the spiders on there. Just tons and tons. Like you have, so like I said, you could make invitations because you have a whole roll of pet stickers. So fun. In fact, there is so much in this kit that I don't know how, we may have to ship this outside of the folder. Like it literally almost won't fit, which is super cool. You have the great washi tape with the little ghost and the little doggy ghost, which is cute. I added this ribbon, which is real dimensional. I'm hoping you can see that. And they're the little bats. And I cut a piece of that and laid it along the edge of the little pocket. I used white glue for that. That worked the best. And then I did a little bit of stamping. So I used the Halloween and I used the Something Wicked This Way Comes. There's a little spider. I thought he was cute. I added him there. So I did just a little bit of stamping on there, but it's a beautiful stamp set. Make sure you check out my stamping video where I show you some fun ways on how to layer all of these together. So make sure you check that out. And then I wanted to do even a little bit more. I wanted a little something. I wanted to kind of leave this area open just so your eye had a place to rest, but I loved this, and that is from one of the patterned papers. So you can totally cut these out and use these as die cuts. So I cut out the little black frog one. Another fun idea, I did this one year. We always have a scary movie night with the kids, and we pick out like an old school scary movie. They pick out a new one, and I make a huge spread of food. To me, it's all about the snacks for Halloween. And I love to make it super spooky. So one of the things that I've done previously is like take the little labels and put it on popsicle sticks and stick them in the different candies and foods and stuff like that. So you could totally cut these out and put them on toothpicks or popsicle sticks and use them as decor for if you're doing like a Halloween spread of food. Would be really, really fun. That's what I did there. And then the other thing that I did, so this stamp set, Liz did a fantastic job with this. I love this. This is from Paislee Press. And so we also have a die set. This is sold separately. Okay, the die set is sold separately, but it will work really well with the stamp set. So this right here works with the Halloween. The circle will work with either of these or this one. The moon will work with this one. Obviously, you don't need the stamp set to use these dies. You can use them on their own, but they do work really well with it. This tab one or ticket works with this, and then the little bat works with that. The spider and the spider web are completely on their own thing. They don't work with the stamp set, but I used those. I did the spider web, and I just want to show you the detail on that. Actually, if I put it on this, you can see. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's super delicate, and I love how it turned out. So I tucked that in there, and then I did not use a spider, but I did a spider just to show you how cool that turned out. I mean, I could totally add him in there. He'd be cute in there. Just kind of tuck him in there. And then the Halloween, I also die cut that out as well, just because I had it just kind of stamped, and I was going to just stamp it on there, and I thought, no, I want it raised up a little bit, so I did that there. And then one last thing I had to add, and that was using our wax beads. So there's 3 colors in here. There's kind of a silver, there's a charcoal, and then a black. And we have a bat seal. So and you're not getting the handle, you're getting just the head, and it works with the handles that we have. So this is a separate purchase, this is a separate purchase, this is a separate purchase, but I wanted to show you how they all work together. So I used our little bat seal, and I think this one was I did just the black with the charcoal, I think. This one is an example of all 3 together, and then this one is an example of just the black. But I kind of liked how that one turned out the best. And then I just used some heavy-duty adhesive to stick it down. White glue, I don't know if white glue would work with wax. You need kind of a heavy, real sticky, I think glue dots will work. On Amazon, you can actually buy stickers that are meant for wax seals. I have some of those. Those work well as too for that. And then I was done. But there's tons of layers and there's tons of bits and pieces, and I had so much fun. And I barely scratched the surface of all of the stuff that's included in this kit. So there's, like I said, there's tons. And then there's some fun things too. We did a fun little enamel pin and a vinyl sticker. So if you collect vinyl stickers, or you want to put a Halloween pin on your Cocoa Daisy pouch, would be really, really fun. But I think it turned out really cute. I love this. And I love the idea of creating those pockets to just kind of tuck things in and have things peeking out. It was a lot of fun to play with.